Hi guys, thank you for tuning in the channel. I'm your host, James2113, and this is Tech Labs. Well, I was looking at my nice subjects here. We've got Dreamcast, Sega Saturn, Xbox 360, Nintendo, and PlayStation 3. But we're going to take a closer look at our friend here, the Xbox 360. This was going to be about for the next couple of episodes. The first one, we're going to talk about what's inside this thing here, what makes it tick, how much does it cost a broken one, and what's the cost value between the broken one and a new one. And also we're going to take a deep look inside of the DVD drive and somehow show you how to replace the laser, which is pretty good. It'll save you so much money. Instead of sending you to Microsoft for $100 and then some, because you might have the red ring of death, which we'll also show you in different episodes. For this first episode, we're going to take a look at the ins and outs of an Xbox 360, the in-depth of the drive, and how much everything would cost. And also I'm going to give you a preview, a sneak peek on how the case would look like exposed, and how we're going to go ahead and do the paint job on it. I'm going to tell you what you need as far as that towards the end of the show. So, without further ado, let me get my lab coat on here. Let's go ahead now and get to my lab. Let's crack this open. Follow me. Alright guys, welcome to my lab. It's a little small right now. I'm actually doing some renovations so I can get a bigger lab so I can show you a bigger shot of it. But for now, we're going to keep an eye on the ball. So we got two Xboxes 360s here. This one cost me around $40. Didn't have a DVD drive. It came with nothing. So the reason why is I had the red ring of death, and the guy gave me the flash key. I'll explain what that is in a minute when I dissect one of these open, and I'll show you what that is. But this one had the red ring of death. So this is going to be my hack drive, my hacked Xbox 360 that I'm going to show you how it will look. We're going to change the color on it, everything. We're going to make this, we're going to pimp it out. This is how this is going to work. We're going to do that later on. I'm going to concentrate on this one. This one doesn't have the red ring of death. It's beautiful. It turns on. Doesn't read DVDs. That was the main problem with this one. We have the BenQ drive here, and this is the Toshiba drive. So I'll show you the different models later on my website. It's at evilgames.ngen.com. I'll show you that later on, or at the end of the show. So we're going to take a deeper dive into this Xbox right now. So once you crack this open, the drive just comes out very easily. Just push up on it, and you pull out these wires. I'm going to show you with these wires in a minute. We'll just put this down here. Let me just bring this closer to you guys. So the wires I just showed you was the power wire and the SATA cable wire. The SATA cable wire, which is right here. This actually controls, as you know, the DVD drive. This is the heatsink for the processor that gives us the speed for our games, and then it's the video. So this right here is a plastic cover that exposes the fans. I'll put this down right here. As you can see, the fans are right here. They're 90mm fans that actually give you enough gust to blow on the heatsink and on the video. Now, this is the main culprit of an Xbox 360's red ring of death. Underneath here is what they call thermal paste. It's a paste that is really lightly touched on top of the processor, so that way you can actually get a full effect of a cooling, like a cool down system. They use it in computers. Thermal paste is like a grease that cools down the system. Same thing, same concept. So what do you expect? It's Microsoft. They use the same kind of theory. You pull this apart and you put the thermal grease on it. I'm going to show you that in our hacked version. So this is what a motherboard would look like. And what I'm going to show you now is to open up an Xbox 360 BenQ drive and replace the laser. So give me a sec here. I'm going to open get the next table ready for our 360's BenQ drive and open that up, and give me a minute. We're going to take a look at that right now. Okay, guys. So here we got our BenQ drive from the Xbox 360 I just showed you, and this special screwdriver set. Now, this special screwdriver set came from, again, Hong Kong. Cost me $9. It's 32 bits. Has every torque, Phillips, flat, anything you can think of. It opens up almost any game machine I have in my laboratory, and then some. So perfect for what we're going to be using in the next couple episodes and future episodes. If you don't have it, go to eBay and purchase. I empower you guys to go ahead and try buying it because it's awesome. you need for any tool set. So anyway, to unscrew this drive, it's very easy. You're going to turn it to the back. I'm going to bring it over here and show you. And basically, it has 4 screw spots. One here, 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 and over here. And after that's done and unscrewing, you just pull it off. Comes out really easy, the case. And boom, we're open. So we're going to take a further look inside here. This is the board and the chip. When I told you about that flash key, that flash key is like a password to the Xbox 360 to say, hey, I belong to you. You belong to me. Let's work together. So without that flash key, and you just put any blank DVD drive in, it does not work with the Xbox 360. You will brick your drive, so make sure you look on future episodes. I'll show you how to not do that with the hacking and cracking of the other Xbox. But for now, this one still works. Like I said, we're going to replace the lens. So there's 2 screws. You're going to see it's one here and one right here. So what you're going to do is, once you unscrew those, you're going to pop this off. Be careful because you don't want to break these soldered on wires. Now pop that off. You move that over there. And now we expose the trigger where everything is, where the lens is. That's the most important piece, and there's the motor. You want to bend these strips because these strips go onto that board to tell the lens to read, to power on the motor, everything. You bend those, you break them, you're done. You got to buy a new drive and you got to wait in Hong Kong for another 3 weeks like I did. There's some screws that you're going to take off. They look like this. Look exactly like this. They're really small. You can use Torx screws, and that's how it would work. So thank God for that little toolkit I just got. So I took all 4 of them off. They go here, 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 and here. Once that come off, look how easy this is. You just pull this off like this, easily, and bang. So we're going to put this down now. We don't need this anymore. I'll put that down on the operating table. And as you can see, this is the trigger assembly for the lens. This is what spins the discs, and that's the motor for the spin the disc. That's the lens that we're going to take apart. And that's the motor that tells the lens to go up and down, up and down. So I already took this apart, but I'm going to show you how to take this apart and pull the lens out a little more in depth. I already did it already. I'm not going to do it all the way through. So you want to move these screws here. So you got a assembly here, 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 and here. You move that off. You're able to pull the lens out. It comes off with the bars, and you just put the new one in place. That's it. It's perfectly easy. But you want to make sure you get the BenQ version of this. I'm not too sure if you can use universals, and if you can, please quote me on it. You know, go right ahead. You can write it down in my comments below and tell me I'm wrong and I'm an idiot. But beside that, that's how you do this. So this is how you put it together. Putting it together the same way you took it apart. It's very easy. Took me about 10-15 minutes to break this apart. I'm going to put it back together now. And I'm going to talk some. That's what I'm talking about. So that's the next episode. I appreciate you guys tuning in again. Thank you for joining me at Tech Labs. Stay tuned.